So coming up in today's video, I talk about why horror movie reviews are mysteriously absent from my channel and what my thoughts are on the horror genre as a whole. Coming up right after this. So now then, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a smashing day just like myself. Today's video is a little bit more personal to me. It's a lot more about my opinions rather than reviews or things like that. This is kind of something I've wanted to talk about for a little while, because if you haven't noticed, I haven't really reviewed any horror movies on this channel. I have probably had the chance, especially before coronavirus, when we were literally flooded with horror movies, but I just never reviewed them. The main reason is I've made this video for is to let you know I don't like horror movies. To be totally honest, let's just put it blunt. I don't like watching them, I don't like reviewing them, and it probably all stems from when I was a kid. Basically, I watched the first Harry Potter film where Quirrell takes his turban off and he jumps at Harry Potter. That shit me up for weeks when I was like 6 probably. Not really a big fan of creepy crawlies either, or snakes don't bother me that much, but things like that, things that jump at you. Don't like when I walk around the corner and one of my family members jumps at me and tries to scare me. Anything like that, it just does nothing for me. It probably also comes from my parents. My parents weren't really big fans of horror as a kid. If it was part of another film or part of maybe a TV series that's about CSI type thing, like where you see dead bodies and stuff, I'm kind of used to dead bodies watching that many CSI episodes, but just the whole jump scary things mixed in with like psychological stuff to mess with your head, or ghosts or poltergeists or stuff, it just does nothing for me. I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy watching them, and it kind of probably all stems back from when I was a kid. I also have a bit of an overactive imagination, even as an adult now. If I could watch a horror movie at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 a.m. or 11 at night, and it'd still have the same effect on me in the next day. It just plays on my mind and plays on my mind and plays on my mind, regardless of whether I know it's fake, regardless of whether I know nothing's going to hurt me or whatever. It just keeps going around in my brain over and over and over again, and I just never get any sleep. I have no sleep as it is now, or next to no sleep, doing videos and my sleep pattern being messed up. I don't want to cut that in half just to watch some horror movies. It's just not something I enjoy. Even like quality films that have come out over the last couple of years, like A Quiet Place or the 2 It chapters or The Babadook and things like that, it's just never really interested me. And I've heard they're quality films before you even get into the horror stuff. It's just not piqued my interest. The closest I probably got was A Quiet Place because of John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I love the two of them. They're a great couple and they're just great actors in general. I do want to talk a little bit about some things I do like in the horror genre. I'm not a complete hater, if you want to brand me as that anyway. I don't mind slashers. I don't mind things like Freddy vs Jason or Friday the 13th or Halloween, because I think sometimes the killings and things like that are actually just unintentionally hilarious. Especially in films like Final Destination, where people just get crushed by cars and stuff. It just makes you laugh before it makes you scared or whatever. I also don't mind classic horror, things like vampires, werewolves, ghosts to a certain extent, Frankenstein, zombies, mummies, don't bother me. And I also don't mind when horror is mixed with another genre. Usually it's like horror comedy or horror action. That doesn't scare me as much, because it's mixed in with something else, and usually that other element overtakes the horror element, so I'm not as scared or freaked out. So they're the main reasons why I don't enjoy them. The reason I wanted to make this video now is because for those of you that have seen my videos for this past week, you will have seen the video I did about my brand new series, Entertainment Perfection, where I have that poster with all the scratch off blocks, silver blocks, and there's between 10 and 15 horror movies on that poster that I'm going to review. 1, because I want to complete the poster, and 2, maybe watching the classics gives me a different attitude about the new horror movies. Maybe, probably not, but I just want to have that bar of watching 100 of the greatest movies ever made, so I can compare them to all the new stuff these days, so maybe my marks won't be given as high or things like that. Yeah, that's pretty much why I don't watch them. The review part is basically, if I don't enjoy going to watch that film, I'm not going to enjoy doing a review on that film. I'm not going to enjoy finding clips from that film. which means I'm not going to enjoy putting the review out, which means I'm going to put less effort into it. So when I do put it out, you're going to notice I'll put less effort into it. I'm going to notice I'll put less effort into it. And both of us don't get to enjoy what we do. Bar the horror movies that I'm going to do for entertainment perfection, I just don't review horror movies on this channel. Just before I go, don't think this is a video bashing horror movies. I don't know what the title is yet, but it might say I hate horror movies or I don't like horror. Don't think I'm bashing horror movies, because if they're your favourite genre, I don't want to bash that. And I'm not bashing you personally or anything like that. I actually celebrate that horror is your favourite genre. Just because I don't understand it and I don't enjoy it doesn't mean somebody else can. Like the old saying is, opinions are like arseholes, everybody has them. I might enjoy something you absolutely despise and you're going to enjoy something I absolutely despise. It doesn't mean we can't get along and have a difference of opinion and a discussion. And don't try to change my mind, because I don't think I am. The only person who's going to be able to change my mind is myself, and I know right now that things like horror movies are just something I just don't enjoy. So still expect the normal reviews you get, like franchise movies, Oscar darlings, things like that. I'm just not going to get horror movies. So I may expect a little bit of backlash from you guys, especially those of you that aren't friends and family that watch every single video, but I just have to be honest with you. I'd much rather be honest now and leave this for the future, and then you ask in a couple of years, why aren't you doing horror movies, and have to make the video then. At least I've made it now, and if anybody asks, I can just send them the link. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that explanation. As always, bang down in the comments what your thoughts are. Do you agree with me? Are you not really a big horror fan? Are you a big horror fan and you can agree to disagree with me? Have you got any horror movies that you'd like to recommend to me that maybe aren't as scary that I might enjoy? All that, bang it down in the comment section. As always as well, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also, don't forget to follow me on socials. So you have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I post my first reactions to any film as soon as I come out of the cinema, straight up on Instagram, so you can get my first reaction before I put my review up on this channel. And also follow me on Twitch, because hopefully once I get into a better schedule with this, I'll be streaming some games like Cardiff FIFA or anything else that's popular up onto the Twitch channel. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as per usual, I hope you all enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.